or is
Yeah.
somebody else?
No, I think he's joining. He has to join. I think I see him online. So it's just been a crazy day. But Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you doing,
How?
man? Please, this your work. You dey try, yo. I'm telling you, keep. I just looked at time. I said, "Oh boy, see my eyes. If I move my glasses, my eyes are red. You know, like
Can
as
you
in, oh boy, they try. We're supposed to even pay you, sef. I'm telling you, not just the buy stuff. Nobody pay you, sef. Pay you
make
so that
elect payment for me is Nigeria electing somebody they are all happy with?
it's done already. It's done. It's done already.
You
It's
say
So,
done.
you say Obi.
sir, excuse me, guys. Sir, so while we wait for Bongo to
Bongoli.
get on, I have something very vital to say and mention.
Yeah, please.
That the phrase, I think that it is apparent and more important right now that you get third parties involved with the organization of the leaders group. The reason for that is I don't make decisions unilaterally for my team. We make decisions as a team, and then I take it to them, and then we decide. But what I've started to realize is I think that every time that it comes to Peter Obi, everything changes. Our agreement was that every week, each team is going to choose a topic to speak on. That's what everybody agreed to. And you guys realized that the first day, Ashiwaju chose a topic and they spoke about it.
Okay.
On the same week, Ashiwaju chose a topic. Obi also chose a topic. Atiku chose a topic.
Okay.
Tinubu had their goal, and we spoke about their topic. Atiku had a goal, and we went with their topic. But this week, it is Peter Obi's turn. And then my fellow leaders came up with the idea of we need to have a special edition. My question is this. Why are we having a special edition now that it is Obi's turn to pick a topic? And we tried, and you also tried to help us resolve that, but it's not resolved. And as a result of that, my team members have said that I should convey this to you, that free, and also to my fellow team leaders. The only reason I'm here today is Team Peter Obi will not be taking part in this special edition. We would like Ashiwaju's team and Atiku's team to go ahead and have their conversation. Then next week that you people have pushed us to talk about corruption, we will come and speak. The truth of the matter is this. Atiku chose the topic leadership. Ashiwaju chose another topic. We have a lot of things that are vital and important to the problems Nigeria is facing right now. Insecurity is one of them, right? Corruption is one of them. These are topics that was not chosen. And we have chosen to talk about corruption. But now that it is our week to speak, there's a consensus to circumvent that and have a special edition. My question to us is, how many talks have we had that we're having a special edition? How many real issues of Nigeria have we debated on that we're having a special edition? How far have we gotten in this process that we're having a special edition? And why is it that it is now that Peter Obi has chosen the corruption topic to talk about that we're having a special edition? I do not make decisions about my team unilaterally, and my team, I'm not their leader. I'm just a servant to them. So that phrase, with all due respect, I came on here so that we don't stand anybody up and so that it's not disrespectful. I wanted to say it so that people can also hear it.
Hold on a second.
We will not be participating today.
Hold on.
Yes.
Before you proceed, my dear brothers and sisters, Atiku and Tinubu, is it true that this week originally was slated for Peter Obi's corruption talk?
Can I answer that?
Please do, team leader Atiku.
Whatever African God has said is absolutely correct.
Okay.
But this is where the problem is, okay? If we go back to how we started this thing, we take the topic for the following week. We say, okay, remember we debated, we agreed that the following week, each team will pick a topic and let who is going to go first. Okay?
Yes.
That was there, it's clearly. And I can't remember if it was me or Peter or Shiwaju that picked up there. We picked up ours that same week. That same day we had that conversation. It's there. Because I saw the chat that African got actually much, and I didn't want to comment much about it because I already know. They did not pick a topic. You guys didn't pick a topic. It was Okon of Lagos that picked 3 topics. 3. And I can go back to it now because I'm on that chat. He said corruption. He picked about three, if I can pull it out, 3 topics. So we said it was too broad. You got to pick one. So let's take one at a time. The same day we took those topics, Achiwaju picked his topic, we picked our topic. Okon of Lagos suggested 3 topics. It was broad. So we said, no, what? Let's take one after the other. You guys said you were going to come back to us. You particularly, African God, I can pull up the chat. You said you're going to come up, you're going to give, we had a little fracas, but at the end of the day, you said you're going to come up with your topic, which was supposed to be week 4, if I'm correct to speak that. From there henceforth, there is no communication that you have chosen corruption out of those 3 topics Okun suggested.
We did not have 3 topics.
I let you speak. I let you speak. I'm just going through.
We had corruption and integrity. They are all infused into one. And you
wait, can I? Yeah, but do you follow
the one that laid it out, and you agreed to that. And I have the screenshot as well. And
that's what I'm saying.
I sent it on the page.
Can I explain? With the chance that we can pull it up. Everybody can pull it up.
Did you have to remind us last week that you're speaking about leadership? Did you have to remind us? Did you have to remind us that you were speaking about leadership? Did you tell us last week that you were talking about leadership?
No, but we discussed it. The first week we chose the topic.
Absolutely. So why is it that you chose a topic?
African God, you are mixed. No, African God. When you spoke, African God, you spoke.
When it comes to Obi.
No. African, if you're doing that, you're not being fair to us. You're not being fair. The first day we chose.
Being fair to you guys.
Yeah, you said that
when
if you
guys make decisions in the group and then you support each other, just do whatever.
African God, I have never been against anybody.
The only thing that I'm asking for is we need a third party.
Do you want
the leadership group?
Wait.
People who are outside of this leadership team.
You want to talk about corruption? You want to talk about corruption? That's the topic you chose.
We are not talking about anything. You could have
no.
This in the group.
You know what I'll tell you?
I'm not having this conversation.
You know what? Freeze.
That's not what I
think I'm going to freeze.
What I was sent to do.
I am going to freeze. I'm going to decline this. I am going to decline this interview today. I'm tired. I don't want to have. I've had a lot of bullshit today. Sorry for my word. When we are talking, I think I have a lot of respect for people. And I've been one person that I've always been fair. No, African God, what you've just done now, when you were speaking, I let you spoke. Can you let me speak?
That's it.
If you allow me speak, you spoke. We listened to you. African God, we listened to you. So I think it's fair enough for you to listen to us. I'm not saying that you have to be, see, it doesn't make sense. That's disrespectful as far as I'm concerned.
All right, African God, allow them to talk. You put your point across.
You said something, and I'm pulling out the chats. The chats are there. On week 1, freeze. The week we chose.
Hold on. We already initially had plans for a conflict and resolution party. Conflict and resolution team. Before I go any further and say anything, I will like to speak to Bongoli. Bongoli, what is your take? I'm sorry, maybe I should have been more hands-on in the group, but because of this whole Kiss Daniels drama and everything, for one reason or the other, I wasn't hands-on. Forgive me. What is the truth of the matter? Let me hear from you, Bongoli.
Good evening, everyone. I'm glad to be here. Good evening. Um, it is pretty simple. Somebody comes to play babyface here on live. He plays the heel in the upper echelon when we are chatting, and then comes here to put a story that is not completely accurate. Now, this is what happened. Last week, everybody was on this particular live when Timatiku came up and said, "Hey, let us do a special edition, bring all team leaders, let us speak constructively." On this live last week, he was in Paris at the time. He was in Paris at the time. And then after the show, he sends a message to everybody. Timatiku, hey, let's do this special edition, let all team leaders, because these are what the fans are requesting for. These are what the people are requesting for. These are what the people are requesting for, and all that. With that being said, I came again the next day or something like that and said, "Oh, this is what we are talking about." Sorry, excuse me, man. Please, can you mute because of the sound in the background, man? Thank you, man. So, Team Article said, Team Obi said something, and I quote, "Hey, let me get with my team, so I can explain, tell them what this is all about." That was what he said on Wednesday or Thursday. Because whenever we want to debate, we always bring up the topic again. Oh, we're going to debate on this topic on Wednesday or Thursday at a maximum. And a couple of weeks ago, when we're doing this merry-go-round, they brought like three or four topics in one. Moral something, corruption, integrity was like four. I even said, please, can you pick one? They shut me up, or shut me down. I said, let me stay in my lane. Now, you didn't say a word. It was agreed that, okay, yes, so you just explain to your team why you want to do a special debate. Then on Monday morning, a day to the debate, you say, we are doing corruption. Then I was like, hey, hold on. I thought we said we're going to do something special this week. So where is all of this coming from? Then, going back and forth, integrity, hypocrisy, and all that. And the T-Mobile leader said he was not going to show up today. So I do not understand why he's playing this antic. He said he was not going to show up, and we said the show must go on. If you want to show up, you come next week, you come and do your corruption, you talk about the corruption. My team will be ready, and I know Atiku's team will be ready. So you then come up here trying to play the pity party that I know the game you're playing, so that you row emotions and then you leave. You are even very disrespectful. That's one thing I would not do. I will not be disrespectful to my debaters here. You spoke your piece and then you left immediately, throwing tantrum, threatening us that, hey, you will not be a part of the debate. Who are you threatening? Like we should start begging you? After all, in the group, I've been out-muscled in the group when they say it's a debate. It's a democracy, I beg your pardon. They say it's a democracy, so Bongo, you can't do this, you can't do that. And two of them will vote against me, and I said, okay, no problem. This is a special edition that the 1,700 or 800 people are calling that they want them to have. I didn't make the decision. I didn't even bring it up. I only supported. I'm with anything that you guys do is fine by me. But silence is consent. And then the last hypocrisy that I'm really shocked about is you claim that you must always speak with your team leader, your team members before you make a decision, but you made an unilateral decision right there at the spot. Like, hey, we are not going to participate. Did it take you 1 minute just to get everyone's decision in your group, 30 of them, like you said? So, sir, this issue is very, very simple. No one is trying to cobble anybody. It was a special session. We spoke about it last week. Everybody wants to see all team members debate. That's what we agreed upon. Then you come on Monday morning, want to change the narrative like you've been doing in the group for weeks. You come every Monday and want to just change the narrative of everything we've talked about. But we'll still agree at the end of the day. But this time, I'm like, no, I'm putting my foot on the ground. No, I'm not going to take it this time. You're not going to play that antic again like you always do. You're not going to take it. Why should we take that?
Yeah. All right. Hold on.
So that's all I have to say.
Thank you very much, Bongoli. Thank you very much, Musti, team leaders Atiku and Tinubu. Right now, I want to introduce relationship coach, Bukola. She is going to be head of conflict and resolution team. We are picking, I'm going to pick some more people to be with her in the conflict and resolution team, and they're going to decide on matters like these. Initially, I wanted to, when there was a bit of conflict in between a team leader, and I'm not going to mention the names, and a co-team leader, and there was a lot of back and forth. I wanted to introduce her, and then we've already spoken, but for one reason or the other, it was sorted. But I do agree with African God. We need to have a proper third-party resolution, and there is a team right here who is going to be in charge of conflict resolution. Now, Bukola, for one reason or the other, relates well with both African God and Bongoli, if I'm correct.
No, not exactly.
Okay, please, what is your stance on the matter so far?
Sorry, please, sorry to cut you short. Just give me 1 second. I just want to read something out for you. Oko Lagos, on the group chat that we all together you created, he said, corruption, integrity, ethical, social, moral uprightness, proposed for week 4 debate topic theme. Then the chat went on and said, at the end of the day, we got to say, it's broad, pick one topic. I'm reading it from the chat. They never did. They never picked a topic until yesterday. I'm prepared right now. I'm prepared to go for whatever topic you want. But I'm just saying that it's not fair enough to say that when it comes to Peter Obi, if you go to the chat, sorry, madam, if you're on our group chat, you find that I'm always trying to play the calm guy. I'm always trying to say, no vex. I beg, let's do this.
Okay, sir.
Let me hear from her. Let me hear from her. Let me hear from you, Ma.
Okay. Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon,
Good
everyone.
evening. Good evening.
I appreciate.
Let me say something. African God, calm down. I'm bringing you back. I just can't have more than 3 people at the same time. So when she's done talking, I will bring you back. Okay? So African God, just be calm. I'm going to bring you back. Okay? All right, Bukola, let me hear you on this.
Okay. I would love to appreciate everyone. You know, it's a lot of work coming together like this and putting 1 or 2 things together in order to help Nigerians, I would say. Honestly, we need to have a more structured debate. I truly agree with that. And one thing I have come to realize with this debate is there is too much of self in this debate. I got to realize that most of this, all these guys that I have up here, they all have their individual platforms on Instagram and they have personal issues going on. But I want you guys to know that coming together for this debate is not about you. It's about the love that you have for Nigeria. It's about the love that you have for Nigerians. So please, coming together for this debate is to have something constructive so that people would know who to vote for. Okay, if you speak so well of your candidate, then you can convince us that he's the best. And that's exactly what we want. We need this individual reef or whatever it is to be dropped. We want to have a more constructive debate, and that's exactly why we are here. Like I said, I'm going to take it up. We're going to look for, Daddy Freeze is going to lead me on. Probably we're going to have have a WhatsApp group where we can deal with, issues like this. And of course, I'm not going to be supporting Team Obi, Team Atiku, or Team Ashiwaju in this debate. I'm just going to be neutral so that we can have, we can do things the way they are supposed to be done. So that's what I want to say right now. Please drop self. It's not about you. We want you to know that. It's about Nigerians and for Nigerians. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So this is conflict and resolution. She is going to be in charge of it. You guys are going to go to her I'm going to put her in the team leaders group. She is non-partisan. She's just like me. The moment you agree to work either with facts, fact finding or resolution, you have to be non-partisan. Whoever you love moves to the background because you have to be fair to all parties, and it's not easy. You have to make sure that Team Obi does not cheat Team Tinubu, and Team Tinubu does not cheat Team Obi or Team Atiku. We have to come with that. So I'm going to remove you, Bukola, and bring African God back. And see what can be done to resolve the situation for today as it is. Thank you so much. So you have met her team conflict resolution. Okay, so I'm bringing you back, African God. Let us try to settle this as best as we can. Now,
And I'm not going to say a word. I'm not going to say a word. I'm not going to say a word.
Hold on.
I've said my piece. I've moved on.
Hold on, guys. How did we get to the special edition? What happened? I'm sorry, I've forgotten. What happened? How did we get to the special?
It's very simple.
Yeah.
It's very simple. The last time we were debating, Team Atiku came up and said the fans, the people on the show, are saying that they want a debate amongst team leaders, and we should do a recap and make it constructive. He said it on the live. People can go back and watch it. He was outside about to get into a flight from Paris back to Nigeria, to the best of my understanding.
Okay. So
and then he then came up into the group.
Once you are done, I'll remove you and bring the conflict resolution lady back.
Oh, you can take me out. So what I'm saying is that, hold on, before you do, what I'm saying is that then Team Atiku now came into the group session, the group chat, and texted, this is what we should do for next week. We should be constructive. Let us have a recap and all of that jazz. And then I said, okay, I'm cool with that. That is fine. Because remember, initially, I've objected against this idea of having a special edition. Oh, the fans, I objected to it in the group initially. But I saw that Team Atiku was requesting for it, people were requesting for it. So I just had to bow to it. And then Team Obi's leader then said, okay, I will let my team know about what we are trying to do, or something like that. Like, I'll get with my team and, I'll let them know the reason why we are doing this, or something of that nature. I'm paraphrasing him here. And we didn't hear a word. So in our minds, we're like, okay, yes, next week is this edition and all that stuff. We're just going to have a recap of everything that we've talked about in the first 3 to 4 weeks. And then on Monday morning, they say we are doing corruption. And remember, I was tapped on the wrist. I was tapped on the wrist by Team Obi when they gave like 3 or 4 topics. And I said, you guys should just pick one and let's move on. I was tapped on the wrist and I stayed away. So then on Monday morning, you just say, hey, we are talking corruption. Normally, when we are going to talk about something, we'll let you know like at least like a week before that. Like once we finish our program on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so that we have time to plan or practice or whatever the case may be. Because for corruption, I'm not the one that's supposed to come up and speak. I'm not speaking. It's just a recap. So I'm just like, okay, yes, it's a recap of everything we talked about. So let's all just talk about it and be constructive. Because that is what people are expecting. Because of how the show went last week. And people were saying that we want something constructive. Team Atiku is requesting for it. So I give him that respect. Like, okay, yes, let's do it. But then for you to say that some people are going behind and going to talk and all that, come on now.
So
that's low now.
So that the freeze.
Wait.
That's all I have to say, Daddy Freeze. You can take me out now and bring the conflict
I need him to be here. Daddy Freeze.
You can bring the conflict resolution.
Daddy Freeze, please.
I will not, Daddy Freeze, take me out and bring the conflict resolution.
So Daddy Freeze.
Yes.
I want you to follow everything that you have heard. This is
hold on. Before I say anything, I want to ask a question. Let me bring this lady back and let me ask her. You see,
Daddy Freeze, let me respond to that now.
Okay.
Let me respond to that.
Respond to it and let's go.
Respond to that.
All right.
So he mentioned the conflict. He mentioned the that he was opposed to having a special edition initially, right? Daddy Freeze, I guess the question there is when and why did he oppose to it back then? He opposed to it because they were the ones that were speaking. It was their topic. It was when they were speaking about their topic, that was why he resisted the special edition back then. And then Atiku had their own, please let me finish. Atiku then had their own topic, right? On the same day Atiku are having their own topic, Atiku, you are muted. You are muted, but don't interrupt me. You are muted. Atiku, you are muted.
You are muted.
Okay, Daddy Freeze. Atiku then suggested a special edition after, on the same day they were having their topic. Daddy Freeze, this is not rocket science. We have agreed every team on a week chooses a topic. Atiku has had their go. Tinubu has had their go. Why should Obi not have their own go too? Why is it that Obi's turn is when you want to do a special edition? How many of these things have we done that we're having a special edition? Guys, this is just very simple. It's not an argument. There's no argument here. It's simple. Everybody is one person each week is going to choose a topic, right? Was Tinubu have chosen their topic? They spoke. We all listened to them and we debated. Atiku then chose their topic and spoke. We all listened and we debated. Why is it that Peter Obi's turn is when you want to have a special edition, guys?
All right, guys, we've spent 30 minutes and we've not done anything.
No, please, let me just, this thing is about facts. Facts, remember, it's facts.
Okay.
Wednesday morning, and I'm sure you're bringing it on our group, Wednesday morning, 1:59 a.m. Daddy Freeze, please, we need, nobody has ever said anything about special edition. Daddy Freeze, we need one session with African God. I tagged him, African God, official Bongoli, to argue constructively. I went further to say we take past topics and discuss them with proof and facts. Then I said, let's lay them on the table. I think it's paramount the Nigerian people should know the facts. My suggestion, I don't know if African God, I tagged it, and official Bongoli are with me on this. Then, and Daddy Freeze will appreciate if we all team leaders attack African God, Okon Lagos, the leader of Team Atiku, I'm the deputy leader, but I'm always standing for him because he's busy. I made that clear from day one. Official Bongoli should have a conversation soonest. That was on Wednesday, last week, okay? Regards, guys, and God bless everyone. Once again, Daddy Freeze, thanks for giving us this platform and stay blessed. Official Bongoli replied, I am done with it. I'm done with it, sir. We can do it next week. All three team leaders, I am okay with that. African God, if my team agrees, I will present it. I will represent. I will be there. I don't make decisions about this team unilaterally. I replied. I said, that is fair enough. That was the end. Thanks for the understanding.
Did I come back with a response?
Hold on. Let me hand over to Bukola. Bukola, what is your take on the matter?
Sincerely, if we keep going back and forth on this, we might not get anything today. Honestly speaking, if that was the original agreement that it is their week, then we should have allowed them. But the truth is, I remember the viewers, and I was among the viewers who instigated that we want all the leaders to come and speak. Now, we were not part of the group, or we are not part of your group, right? It should have been, no, we can't do that because we have already pre-planned, how we want to go about things. But nobody told us. Everyone was shouting. We wanted all the team leaders to come up. And the reason was because of the last basketballs that we had. We don't want such basketballs. It is not about you fighting, shouting, and we are getting nothing from it. We want it to be a constructive basketball, and that was why everyone were shouting that day, probably typing that we wanted all the team leaders to come up and have a good debate. So if that was your original arrangement, it is okay for us to apologize to African God, and that would not happen again, because we are going to have more planned debates now. Yes, that was
My
what
sister,
happened.
my
Yes.
sister, see, there's one thing that I like to exist within a system that is equitable and fair, right? My sister, if you guys are talking about the Glasgows was a problem, everybody here knew the team that was screaming on the Glasgow's level that did not let it work. So I think we should be honest and hit the nail on the head. Everybody was here, everybody was present. You know exactly the person in that segment that did not let anybody else speak. Let us call that out and then do that, instead of you trying to get a blanket rule on everybody who's following the rules and regulations. The second thing is, the teams are not you, the viewers are not who are determining what we are doing. We have a standard of practice, and I believe that with integrity, I do need to go back. If we have all agreed to something, I don't think we need to go back and be checking that. I expect that our word is our bond. My sister, if I have a conversation with you and we shake on it and agree on it, I shouldn't have to check back on that. It should be, and it was fair enough. See, my sister, if one person has not had their turn, it's one thing. But two people have had their turn with that same agreement, and when it was the time for the last person to have their turn on that same agreement, they will want to change the goalpost. It's not fair.
Then I apologize for that, African God. I apologize. We need to move on from that. Yes, I know what you're trying to push. I understand you. Yes, our words should be our bond, but right now, we cannot keep dwelling on that. And like I said, the Glasgows, henceforth, we have a more structured Glasgows. Right now, if I start pointing out, I could recall everything that happened on that day, trust me, but that's not what I'm here for. We are here to be fair. We are here to move on. We are here to let people know we are not just here to rant, but we are here to make something meaningful for Nigeria and for Nigerians. So please, my dear brother, I need us to drop that, and that will not happen again, because henceforth we are going to have a more structured debate. Thank you.
My sister, I don't want an apology. I want you to apologize to Nigerians, not me and the team that have a group every day. The team, the Obi team, everybody, they come here and they sound very nice and everything is arranged. These people are meeting every day to put things together. They put a lot of work and initiative into what they're doing. So it's not, I don't need an apology.
Hold on, guys.
I don't want an apology.
Okay.
Let's put it to vote. Let's put it to vote.
Okay.
Do we have a special edition today, or do we discuss corruption? Because if we go by the fans wanted a special edition. So the special edition, it was not concord by Bongoli or Team Atiku. It was the fans. And if this is truly democracy and the fans have a say, then I believe we should also indulge them from time to time. So let us put this up to a vote now. What is your take? No,
That is phrase. We did not come here to vote today. We came to have this conversation and hash it out. We'll come for our corruption. We just needed to make it clear that things that are happening are not fair. Can I help you?
Can I help out? Can I help out?
Please let me finish. I'll
okay.
let you go.
Allow him to finish, sir. Thank you.
We did not necessarily come here for an argument, for an apology or anything. We just needed, because if we did not show up, it would be funny that Team Obi did not show up. It might be insulting. It's not fair. We came here to let our fans know that this is what is happening, and this is why we will not be representing in this special edition. We can talk about corruption next week. We are ready to talk about corruption next week. They've pushed it. That's what they did in group. And my sister, I tried to resolve this. I explained this, and it didn't happen.
Hold on.
So
if
that's it.
Discussing corruption is not going to be next week. It's going to be this week.
That is phrase. We are not. Our team is not debating this week. I'm sorry.
Your team cannot. Your team cannot say that. If your team has a grouse, our problem is we don't like this special edition. We want corruption, and we say, okay, we agree that let's do corruption this week. And now, not tell us that you will not now be
No,
here.
that is phrase. If you did not deal with this problem before now, we had to bring it on here. If we cannot settle this before now, we have not decided to talk this week. The team has decided that they are not speaking this week. We just needed people to know why we are not going to be in this special edition. And we have decided that they have pushed us till next week. We'll speak next week. That's it.
Please,
We are
I think African God has his faith. He has had his faith. Let me be honest, okay? Nobody's paying us for this thing, all right? I work for Atiku, I work for the party, all right? I don't need to be on any platform to do anything. I don't want to get egoistic here. You understand? African God is no, madam, please. No, madam, please. Let me say something. No. You have to let me speak. You have to let me speak. You were there on last slide. Team Atiku, Team Obi, and Team Tinubu. They were shouting. Nobody could hear them.
I don't want us to go back on that.
No. Can I finish? You allow me to speak. Let me speak. I want to speak. You have to allow me to speak.
I don't want us to
No, madam,
back.
please. No. We said we're going to trash it. Free say let's have the debate now. He said no, he cannot have it. We are ready right now to go on corruption. We are ready. I will stand for it. Maybe I'll get my what do you call it? My leader to come. He's not that he cannot come. He's online watching. You understand? What I'm trying to clear here is very simple. It's very simple. We're doing this for Nigerians. This program will decide. People will decide where to go, who to follow, based on constructive argument. That's what I'm saying. It's very simple. So that the priest now said, let's do it. He said he's not going to do it. You are throwing tantrum. Please don't throw tantrum. Everybody can throw tantrums here. I'm very happy that, no, let me speak. Let me speak. You spoke. Let me speak. I allow you. Please, that the priest put her on the page. Please go through all the messages, and I leave voicemail messages. I even tell African God, oh boy, you big past this thing. I'm always pampering him. I don't need to pamper him. You know why I'm doing this? Because I want us to be united. I've always said it. You're going to be on this team. You are going to be a fact checker. You're going to resolve problems. Please go through that chat. For him now, Freeze is the producer of this thing. Okay, you don't want to have special edition, fine. Let's cancel special edition. Okay? Now, today I have the topic. We have 30 minutes. Let's do corruption.
My team members have decided
Let's go corruption.
That we are not debating. I am not here representing myself. Daddy Freeze, you made me a servant leader of a group. If they're telling me they're not debating, there's nothing I can do about that. I can take the heat for that. You can dislike me for that. But I'm always going to represent what is in their best interest and what they're telling me.
Conflict resolution. I also have the impression that Tim will be holding us hostage today. Because them coming, this is holding us hostage. Okay, you have brought a grouse. We have said, okay, let's hear you out. You say no. Let's vote. You say no. We just want to make a statement. We are not debating today. You are holding us hostage. I'm sorry. My opinion.
Daddy Freeze. I don't want to go there with you. You've been in that group. You saw everything that is going on. You cannot say I'm holding you hostage. You're part of the group. Daddy Freeze, I also chatted you privately, sending you proof of the conversation. So please don't say I'm holding you hostage. I do not make the decision. Daddy Freeze, take me off right now and have other people to come and debate. But the team is telling me right now that we are not debating. There's nothing I can do about that. Now, everybody can hate me as the face of the group, and I don't have a problem with that. But if my group is saying they're not debating because of the injustice that they felt, that is freeze. I think it is okay. We didn't have to bring this here.
This conversation is not healthy for your viewers, right?
This would have ended on the group.
Can we
but you guys did not let it end on the group. It could have ended on the group, all this conversation we're having. But no, we have to have a special edition. And we are saying we're not part of it. But we need our people that listen to us to know why we are not being part of it. That is it. Everybody can dislike me as the face of it, but what they're telling me, and if you think Team Obi is not serious, I want you to go and look at the other videos of Team Obi debating and tell me who are not the serious ones. We're not joking with this. This is our country, this is our life. We don't play with it.
That Freeze, what's the way forward?
We are going to leave, and Tinubu and Atiku can have their special debate. We are not going to be a part of it. We are going to come back next week and choose our topic.
Now, they are already.
We are not part of. They can talk about corruption today. We will come next week. There's no wahala, but we will not be a part of it. That's what they're telling me, and that's what I'm going to say. I'm not the one that's supposed to speak on corruption. That's it.
All right. I'll bring you back. Let me bring Bongoli.
Yeah, Daddy Freeze, I can leave. Let the conflict resolution lady stay and help with all of this. Thank you guys very much. We'll see next week and talk about corruption. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
So let me bring Bongoli back and so I'm bringing Bongoli back. To me, I didn't like that, and I'm going to register my displeasure. This is a debate. If no, Bongoli, are you ready to debate corruption?
I'm ready to debate anything.
Daddy Freeze, please. Daddy Freeze.
Sorry, I think, are you ready to debate corruption?
Absolutely.
So
I'm ready
debate
anytime.
corruption. And fans, it's not like these people decided this. It was the fans that decided that we have a special edition. Then now say you are not doing anything this week. That's holding us hostage, and I don't like it. These people are jobless people. There's nobody. Muslim Mohammed is not jobless. Neither is what is his name? Bongoli. I appreciate the fact that T-Mobile puts in a lot of work. I'm not going to take that away from them. They put in a lot of work and they schedule how they're going to come to the live and all that. But you see, the show must go on. Let me also be very honest with you. In as much as I saw the fact that, yes, it is supposed to be Peter Obi's turn, it was not set in stone. And we had a whole week to deliberate upon and decide what we wanted to do this week. We had one whole week. And that's why there's a team leaders group where the team leaders can actually work together to make sure they have what is democratically correct and what represents everybody correctly. So I don't like this, and I'm going to ensure that it doesn't happen again. If it means us setting up backup teams, if the team is not available, there will be a backup team to defend you. And if you are not happy, what they do is up to you. Because we are all here to watch a debate. We have 1,500 people waiting online to watch us. Somebody is saying I'm being very unfair. Do you know I can sit down here, hold everybody here, and use the next 10 minutes to block everybody that is talking nonsense? How am I unfair? Somebody said they don't want special edition. Okay, that's what you want. Let's do it. They say they don't want to do it again. And I'm the one unfair. Be like say don't they mad? Or you think say myself I know if you vex. They say they don't want special edition, they want corruption. Okay, come and do corruption. They say they are not ready. Does that make sense? That's nonsense. Let's tell ourselves the truth. That's absolute nonsense. Utter nonsense. I'm supposed to be sleeping. I'm sitting down here, setting up this, and you are telling me because you did not agree over one thing, and I'm here trying to beg you, oh, calm down. Okay, let's do the corruption. Should be corruption people want. Let's do corruption. I say, we will do it next week. Come on. And anybody that talks nonsense from now, have you removed. It takes me 2 seconds to rapture you out of here.
Okay. Daddy Freeze.
We cannot resolve conflicts among ourselves and get things working. I will just use my veto power and remove people.
Daddy Freeze, I want to say something. I would want to apologize on behalf of the whole team leaders for this mess that has happened. It's not supposed to have happened either ways. And also want to use the opportunity to thank you for what you're doing. I know you're putting a lot of work. I mean, we're all putting a lot of work. African God is not my enemy. He's a guy I respect, a young kid. I love him. I love having him on this thing. I want us, the three of us, to always talk and debate because I like him. You understand? But it wasn't a stone. It was just written right there. And I even left messages. So what we're going to do, we're going to beg you. You know, I know you. I've been following all day today. I've been following. Yesterday, I was on live with you on Tanzania. I'm also tired. Everybody's tired. I'm just going to apologize for you. And I'm going to apologize to Team Ashiwaju. honestly, and our conflict resolution, I'm very happy we now have one that would at least check us, check everybody. The night has gone. We will move the session, and I'm just proposing to move the special edition to when Peter Obi team is comfortable to do that. Let's do the corruption. He's not ready now this week. No, honestly, I understand. He's playing democracy. We are not. We are tyrants. Some people are writing that we are tyrants. No problem. We apologize to you, Freeze, honestly, because I know how much work you put into this.
Hold on. And there are people saying, hold on. There are people saying they must follow the rules. There was no rule set in stone. Am I wrong, Bongoli? I don't read everything that is in that group, but I can guarantee you that there's no rule set in stone. There's no proper chart drawn that this week. It is still up to debate. Up until today, Bongoli was still saying, let me talk first. Since this person talked first last week, this person talked first last week. They still put every little thing up to debate. So that we must talk about corruption. Can I see proof? African God, I want to see proof that it was agreed upon that people talk about corruption today. I want to see the proof. Each week, a group gets a topic. It is not written in stone. And if we came up with a special edition, it's not like a special edition that will leave out Peter Obi now. Everybody has to have a chance. Okay, you are not happy with it. Let me tell you, this is holding this whole debate to ransom. And I'm not for that. It's nonsense.
Well, Daddy Freeze, with all due respect, I also want to apologize on behalf of the team leaders. At the end of the day, you cannot just bring up a topic a day before the debate because people have to prepare. Because actually, in my team, I have people that were ready. I have team members that are ready for corruption today. Right now, I have 3 team members that are ready because I knew something like this was going to happen. And as a leader, I was prepared for corruption and this special edition. And I have 3 team members that are ready for corruption. So if you say you want corruption right now, I'll activate 3 of my members because they are very well prepared at this time. So at the end of the day, I feel that the show must go on. If we can do a makeshift somehow, if we could make it a question and answer session or something, and then next week, we'll do corruption for Team Obi. And then the week after that, we'll still do that special edition. And we will do that special edition. We'll put all 3 of us and have that conversation.
Come, why is Okon no longer in Peter Obi? Okon called me up the other day and was complaining bitterly. What happened? He was chosen here democratically.
That's not on me. I don't know. That's not my team.
Why is he not?
That's not my team.
Who removed
and Daddy Freeze, we always, whenever I'm making a chart, conflict was you want to resolve conflict. Those big English, you understand? I always tag people, even Daddy Freeze. When I mention his name, I tag him so that the message goes to him so he can read it. You understand? I know this. This thing is, we're all geared up. We're all fired up. We're very passionate about our candidates. But what I'm just trying to say, as to buttress what Team Accusations just said, what I expected from Bongoli, okay, fine, well, let's agree now. We're not doing anyone. Let's throw. This is the show. This is the show that's supposed to be. It's paid. As far as I'm concerned, it's a paid show because the fans watching this thing, we are doing it for them because they need to make up their mind to say, look, I want to vote Atiku or B or whoever. It's not personal. It's not for us. You understand? It's for the people watching this program. 6,000 people watching on different platforms, accumulatively watching this program. They are spending money using their data, staying up late, putting their input. It's because of them. So if they request something, we'll try to accommodate what they request. Because they are trying to make up their mind. Where do I go? Do I go with Atiku? Do I go with Obi? Some people already made up their mind. Some people have not made up their mind yet. So I will just say, we apologize, and I sincerely apologize from the bottom of my heart. I apologize to the people watching that have spent this time and hours waiting for this debate. If I turn my computer to you now, I have 700 people that are even complaining, say, but we've been up now. What's happening? You guys are not doing right now. I can turn my camera and you see. So we apologize to those people. Whatever we can do now to salvage this, let's do it. I'm up for it. Really. I'm up for anything we have to do to salvage today. Because it's a paid show. Whether we like it or not.
Let's go. Let's go. Daddy Freeze, let's go.
hold on. We need to resolve this. I don't think we can have a debate without a Team OB represented. So we might as well just have to move it to next week. But I'm gonna put this down. This is never gonna happen again. If this ever happens again, we'll select people from the crowd to represent whichever team is not ready. And if that team doesn't do you justice, it's up to you. We will not have emotional blackmail. We will not have any team, whether it's Tinubu, whether it's Peter Obi, whether it's Atiku, holding the whole debate to ransom. I don't like that. I came here, I did not come to tell them that no, we must do special edition. I came to hear them out. And when I suggested a vote, and they said no, that they are not, that is wrong. If you are leading a team, you should be able to debate any topic. If they call me today to debate tithe, and they bring the GO, would I tell you that you did not tell me that the GO? Do you understand? If you wake me up in the middle of the night and say I should come and debate volcanoes in the world, I'll tell you I'm not ready. But if you wake me up now and tell me let's come and discuss Bible, discuss tithe, I have to be ready. I have to be ready all the time. And since you were the ones that wanted this corruption, you can now not tell me that you are not ready for your own topic. That's holding us ransom. It's your own topic. This is the topic you wanted. And we said, okay, cancel everything. Let's give you your topic so that there will be peace. And then you are not ready. I will not take that again, ever. If it means me scrambling a new team, I will scramble a new team. It takes me 2-3 days. Because you can now not tell me you are not ready. That's you just wanted to show us that you can decide at any time not to come. And when I'm a fair person, if I said don't, by force, we must do this special edition, then I'm wrong. You've argued up, you've argued back. Okay, it is your turn, even though I know 100% that there's nothing set in stone. Okay, so that there will be peace. We didn't have a conflict resolution group. We now have a conflict resolution group. Let us now move forward with this your topic, and then we move in the air. We are not ready. We did not plan. No. It can never ever work like that again. Ever.
Daddy Freeze, I would like to yield my, as I said, I made this clear from day one that I'm the deputy team leader, and I think my team leader wants to come on board. You can take me out, please, sir, and bring in above. He's our team leader, actually. I'm just sitting in for him all the time because he works for NASA. So his handle is above Jordan 1. Please take me out, Dr. Ogulana. Thank you so much, Freeze. I'm still standing back.
Send me
His handle.
yes, send me your
Dr. Freeze,
yes,
do you
go
want
ahead.
to bring one of the OBs so that we can have this stated out? That,
Yes,
okay,
maybe one of the OB teachers can come in here. I agree.
And that's it. And I don't want us to drag this issue again. Like,
No,
we
we are
spent
done.
almost 50 minutes now, 55 minutes. So let's bring an OB in. Let them see what next week is going to look like, and let's end it there and come back next week and have something good for the viewers. Yes.
Well, for me, as Team Ashiwaju, I can speak on any topic. I can speak on any topic whatsoever, any morning, afternoon, night of the day. However the debate wants to go, however the talks wants to go, I am fine. I'm okay with it. It's not a problem. As a leader, you should be able to be flexible. Or even as a team member, I'm not calling anybody out. It is what it is. The show has to go on regardless. But I'll leave it at that. And next week, like they've said, we'll do corruption. And after corruption next week, I'm saying it here now, so record me. After next week on corruption, we'll do the special edition where all team leaders will come and speak.
We have to agree.
Where all team leaders will come and speak.
We have to agree on that, Bongoli. Let them bring a Timobi in. Let's just settle this and let's move on.
Okay, so who wants to come and represent Timobi now, so we can have this discussion and seal this once and for all?
Good day, Professor. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
Professor, good day, sir.
Daddy Freeze, Bongoli, and Madam. Good evening from here. And let me thank you Daddy Freeze for that good job you are doing.
Thank you.
And Bongoli, thank you very much, Madam. You see, I like your maturity. And last week we spoke on leadership because leadership is everything. Daddy Freeze, you understand that those who negotiated for the independence of Nigeria, if they run away, we're not going to have independence today, right? And they were young people. I mean, think of Azikiwe, think of his ages at that time. I mean, think about Awolowo, think about all those people who are there. And let me be honest with you.
Daddy Freeze,
I
please
love,
take me off so that you can bring an opinion.
yeah, I love the representative of Obi's team. I listened to him last week during the leadership debate, and he gave us the theoretical definition of leadership. But I want to encourage him. I love his positive energy, that he should apply that, I mean, to this forum. I mean, for me, we are watching by the side, and we just want to encourage a kind of good debate and set the tone for what we should see, even when we want to discuss corruption. We've all agreed leadership, security, economy, corruption. I mean, that should be main issue that we should be discussing at this point. And we want to see a kind of robust, I mean, discussion on that. Some people are paid to do image making for all these our principles. I would not want our debaters to go into clearing anybody's image. Some people are paid to do that. They have image maker who do that. But I would like to see how we want to fight corruption. Don't forget that the phrase Buhari promised us in 2015 is going to fight corruption. It's about, I want to drive a car. It's about, I know how to drive that car. Another important thing that I want us to understand also for all the young people here was that they wrote a very, young people came together in 2014. They came out with a robust plan for Buhari government. But Buhari came and said, I didn't know anything about it. So as we are talking, yabbing each other here about what we want to see about Nigeria, we also put mechanism in place to ensure that our principal, the people we are defending, we must have plan to press it upon them that most of those fine ideas you are bringing up here, all those ideas are implemented. So let me stop here to listen to Bongoli and that phrase.
Okay, we need a representative of Timobi here. We need a representative of Timobi here. Who can represent Timobi? Please, anybody. We need a representative of Timobi. So nobody in Timobi came today. Who here is Timobi?
That is freeze. I think
Out
this
of
has been
the
resolved.
all
That
decided
next
to
week.
hold on. Decided to boycott the entire Who is Timobi? Someone who is part of the Timobi we have now. I need a few things communicated. Mo the voice, are you here?
Daddy
No.
Freeze, whatever you do, please, I beg you, there are some people that may not be part of the Team OB team inside. There's somebody that I know is not part of it that may
Want to
put in and say he's part of it.
Well, the key thing is that I think we agree. I believe we should move this corruption topic to next week. That's my suggestion. I don't want anyone to get half excuse of being sidelined, and also we can get our team prepared. You know, I will not be speaking. We have people specialize in different area, we can bring them. So, and we can discuss another thing today, like we've planned, that team leaders, you can talk and discuss about how we're going to set tone. For me, I'm not very happy with the kind of what you call bass the way they were talking the other time and somebody was shouting, we cannot even hear. We want, something which of course Nigeria can hold on. We want to see how young people are thinking. What kind of Nigeria, do you want to see? Look, the people who share Nigeria money, they don't fight, they don't leave each other. When it comes to cutting cakes, they will not run away, right? And that's what I want Team will be people to understand, that at this point in time, it requires maturity. It requires that we apply leadership. All those theoretical definition of leadership he provided the other time is very important. And for anything to change, it's going to start with these young people. We have to keep pushing. And let me tell you, so people always tell us when the elders, when they want to pluck fruit, they'll bring young people to be shaking the tree. You start shaking the tree. And when that fruit start falling, so they will tell young people, okay, go away. And then they will start sharing it among themselves and they will not run away. So corruption is very important. That topic is very important. And I want to see the idea of how our candidates, whether it will be Atiku or Tinubu, how their plan to fight corruption. Not just about saying, okay, I will make $1 to $1. No, we want to see how that is going to work, mechanism. What are you going to do? And that should be the tone. And I want that the phrase to set that tone. It's not just about coming here and they said, Tinubu is a thief, Atiku is a thief, Obi is some robber. No, we don't want to see that. We want to see how are they going to fight corruption? That's the key thing. Because let me tell you, look, I've been in this game for so long time. If you are looking for saints among those people, among all those triplets, you're not going to find a saint among them. But we must be able to talk about how we are going to tackle that corruption. How are we going to hold them accountable? Corruption is human thing. And I listened to that phrase one time, one of your sermons. You said one thing, that the difference between those who are in government and other people today is because of the opportunity, right? And anywhere there's no clear rule, it's just opportunity. Anybody can just get there and become the same armed robbers we are talking about. So let's see how we are going to find that. And that should be the tone. And I will encourage everyone to go back to drawing board, Team OB, go and bring the best of your team to come and talk about corruption, about your experience to live in the Western world, how it's being fought in the United States, how it's being fought in the UK, and how do you think that should be applicable to our system in Nigeria? How are we going to deal with that? And that's the key thing. That's what my team will come here and discuss, next week.
Okay. Much appreciated, sir. I appreciate you. I'm going to end this right now, and I'm going to end it on the note that I'm totally disappointed with the way Team OB behaved today. They held the entire debate hostage with their behavior, and I'm not going to tolerate this moving forward. If there's a conflict, let's resolve it. Don't hold a gun to our heads. You literally held a gun to our heads. We gave you the opportunity. Okay, your topic is corruption. You said you came here to tell us that you'll not be here. Now, wow. As in, you came to tell us you will not be here. Even when we gave you what you were complaining about, you still said you will not know. It's not going to work like that. Okay? And I'm going to make sure this is properly addressed. You have a right to complain. Oh, yes, you have a right to complain. And you cannot tell me I didn't listen to your complaint. And as much as I have to listen to you, I have to listen to every other team. All right? You have insulted 1,400. Sorry, the height today was 1,600 people on Instagram alone. You have insulted 1,600 people, and I demand an apology. If you are coming to do your corruption next week, you must apologize to them. Waiting you do, waiting Kiss Daniel do, don't reach like this because they don't give you your topic, we are not going to. What happened to proper? Okay, come and let me tell you something. Come here and do the special edition and register your complaint. What is so hard in a special edition? Special edition is fair. Do you know that we could have actually done corruption as a special edition? Or you're not aware? We have the team leaders that everybody sees and knows, put them in the box and bring corruption. There are so many ways we could have done this as a democracy. We could have put wisdom as our first foot forward, and we would have had a lovely debate. And yes, you said you need, the first thing Team Obi said when they came on the live is they need a third party. I brought the third party. Now, I did not even wait till 10 minutes later. I brought a third party. What more do you want? No. Please tell me, because I think we have gotten to a point where we're now behaving like children. What more did you want? Someone said Bongoli is the trigger. The Bongoli that is here looking gentle, okay, he has triggered you, and you have held 1,600 people hostage. This is what Kis Daniels did in Tanzania, and they had to do apology for. When are you going to come and apologize? Because we wrote you a letter with a stamp and seal, and it was signed, and the lawyer wrote there, we put court seal that today we are talking about corruption. What if I came today and say, you know what, I don't want to talk about corruption. I want us to talk about the River Niger. Someone said, when you beat a child expected, that's nonsense. Keep quiet. Who did they beat? They came here and complained that they don't have their corruption. Say, okay, let's do the corruption. We are not ready. That's utter nonsense. And mark my word, if it means me scrambling a brand new Peter Obi team, between now and next week, I will. Let this never happen again. I have a good mind to scramble a Peter Obi team starting now. Remove everybody from that old Peter Obi team. What nonsense. I charge $1 million. Anybody that is here should ask. I charge $1 million naira for a live session. I'm doing this for free so that everybody can talk. The person you saw here live paid me $1 million naira 1 month ago to book me down for yesterday. I'm doing this for free. And then you are coming to tell me, if I don't get an apology, a proper apology, I will scramble that whole team and I start again. And we're not even doing it next week.
I apologize.
Peter Obi team. I'll get it in 3 days.
I apologize on behalf of Peter Obi team. You have to understand, these are young people. They are angry about what is going on in Nigeria today.
And I appreciate their anger.
I just want
power.
So we, just like Bongoli and Mustafa did, I want to apologize on behalf of these young men. And we appreciate you, Daddy Freeze, for making this platform available. I mean, for people to talk about the kind of Nigeria we want to see. We must have a place to call our home, and thank you, and don't let them provoke you. Also, and I know definitely they are going to reach out to you, and things should be coordinated properly among the team lead so that we're not going to have this kind of issue again. And what I keep telling everyone is that, I mean, leadership corruption, even if you don't debate it today, next week we are going to debate that. At every point in time, we will be ready, but one quality, anything we want to do, one quality, one our people prepared, so that people who want to listen also, they will know that these people, they've done their homework and they're coming here to speak, I mean, about new Nigeria, which of course they want to see. The old people, they failed these young people. Everybody's angry. We are in mess. We don't like where we are today. That's why I'm able to accommodate everybody, because our sense of reason at this point in time, we are not patient again. So please overlook what they've done. I know they will apologize, and hopefully they will be here next week so that we can have a kind of debate, which of course we're expecting to see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And lastly, before I go, yes, Professor, thank you very much. So lastly, Daddy Freeze, I know you're about to leave. I would like to apologize because I'm also a part of the team leaders, and it's a communication issue. And I hope that in the future, that whenever we select topic, it is not a day before the debate proper that you say this is the topic we're speaking on, because it takes a whole lot of us, a lot of work before we actually, get things together. You have to prep your team for like 2-3 weeks. Either I'm here speaking with you, I have to leave work very early on Tuesdays just to meet this show. I don't work out anymore on this show. People don't know this, but I've been doing this show with a bad back. I've been visiting the chiropractor. I'm supposed to have my sessions on Tuesdays, but I push it. So we all have sacrifices that we make. I know Timobi makes sacrifices, Timatiku makes sacrifices, but it is all about the people. We are passionate about the people that we are supporting. We all want a better Nigeria, but we see it differently. So next week, all things being equal, Timobi will be here. We'll talk about the corruption and all that. I'll have Timashiwaju be here, and I hope that Timatiku will also be here. And then the special edition that we are talking about and all that stuff, we'll definitely do it. And we will still want the team leaders to come out and speak. We'll definitely do it. But apologies once again. I know it was unintentional to grandstand or to hold people and all that stuff. It wouldn't repeat itself again because I'm part of the team leaders. I share a portion of the blame. I am accountable for my own actions, and I apologize to everyone here. I love you all. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
All right, guys. That's as far as I can go. Thank you all so much. Let me remove everybody else and have my final words. And I will have this properly. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Sorry for, I have to apologize to the 1,600 people on Instagram alone. There are 237 people on YouTube and 780 people, 88 actually, on Facebook. So totally we have about 2,500 people. They left everything they were doing to come and watch the debate. And I will register it down that we were held hostage by the team Peter Obi. And this will never happen again. Let me make my words very clear. I apologize on behalf of all the teams. I have been as democratic and I have been as fair as a human being can be to all the teams. I don't have a favorite. I love the good work all of them are doing. But when it gets to a point where one team, we've been here for 1 hour, 16 minutes, and there was no debate. There was no special edition. There was no corruption. I gave them the chance to go ahead and do the corruption, which from some angles would seem fair. Okay, it was your topic. All right, you have raised an issue. Go with your topic. And they said, no, they are coming to debate corruption. Let me tell you, next week, you are not debating any corruption. I'm setting the rules now, and I'm going to set them clearly. If you don't like what I'm debating, get a new team. There's no corruption next week. I'm going to sit down and put some structure into place, and I will make sure nobody holds me. If I tell you this is what we are debating, if you don't like it, don't show up, and I select a new team. Enough is enough. 1 hour, 17 minutes is what we have spent here so far, achieving nothing. We're not having any corruption next week. I will choose what we're having next week, and I will choose what we're having for the next 3 weeks. And if within those 3 weeks you guys cannot come together and get yourselves together, I will see what I'll do going forward. Finish. You are telling me you will come on my show to do corruption next week. If you had sat down and said, okay, whatever it is, we'll do the debate for the sake of the fans. Do you know how hard it is to gather people at this time? Okay, you know what, we'll do what, then we'll go and resolve. I'll hear you. I hear you all the time. I hear everybody. As a matter of fact, I intentionally do not put my mouth in the leadership group so that nobody will drag me to this side or nobody will drag me to this other side. Peter Obi, you behaved childishly today. Sorry, not Peter Obi, Team Peter Obi, childishly. You held us hostage and you did what you want. But let me warn you, it ends today. You will never have this opportunity again. Good night, everyone. Once again, to the 2,500 people across all my platforms that left all the important things they're doing. I'm really upset. I've never been this upset before. They left everything they were doing to come and hear a debate. And then somebody cannot even sit down and say, okay, let's resolve this amicably. We even gave them that thing they were fighting over. Yes, okay, one corruption. All right, do corruption. And we are not ready this week. We'll come and do corruption next week. Let them have their way. We are not children. I will not play with your toy. You will play with another toy. Don't try that again with me. Good night, everyone.